Good evening. It's Good Friday evening, and I'm sure that you are well aware of where we find ourselves in the story of Christ. I find myself thinking as if I was one of the disciples, and I just saw my teacher, my friend, and presumably, I understood that he's my Messiah. I saw him die. Now, do I feel like this is a tragedy, it's a loss? Do I feel like the last 3 years of my life was pointless? Do I trust when he says what he says about his kingdom? Am I distraught? It's Friday evening. There's a big gap between Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday. What happens? There's a day missing there. What happens? I'm going to try to read a passage in Luke. It's Luke chapter 23. I'll go 50 through 56. Now there was a man named Joseph, a member of the council, a good and upright man who had not conceded to their decision and action. He came from the Judean town of Arimathea, and he was waiting for the kingdom of God. Going to Pilate, he asked for the body of Jesus. Then he took it down, wrapped it up in linen cloth, and placed it in a tomb cut in the rock, one which no one had been yet laid. It was preparation day, and the Sabbath day was about to begin. The women who came out with Jesus from Galilee followed Joseph and saw the tomb and how the body was laid in it. Then they went home, prepared spices and perfumes. You ready? But they rested on the Sabbath in obedience to the commandment. Can you imagine the darkness? Jesus died. The lie of the world died. The person that you've been following has died. Not only spiritual darkness, but I gotta be honest with you, they didn't have electricity. All of the sights, the sounds, the smells, everything was different in the darkness. Now the Sabbath starts Friday evening. Darkness. So what would you do between Friday and Saturday? Between Saturday and Sunday? They rested. They rested. There's got to be a lesson in here. There's got to be. They didn't run around. They didn't go preaching. They didn't make any meals. They didn't get Easter eggs ready. They rested. I'd say this is a time of grief. I'd say this is a time of mourning. I'd say this is a time of bewilderment, confusion. And they rested. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're resting in the knowledge of who Christ is and what He's done in your life. Or I don't know if you're in the darkness, where there is no rest for you, where there's only confusion. Saturday. You get half a verse in Luke. I want us to remember who we were, who God is, and what Christ did for us. And at the very least, we can rest.